Hello, everyone. So I'm so excited. I just got the access to go live on LinkedIn. And so it's Saturday. Somewhere in the world, it's in the morning. Somewhere it's in the afternoon. And somewhere it's in the evening. So wherever you are, welcome to Live with Pamela J. Green. J is important. There's a reason for that. Because if you Google Pamela Green, you're going to get something that I don't want you to get. So you can do that on your own time. However, I'm really excited because I'm live. Yay. So what am I going to say being live? Well, a couple of things that I have on my heart. Well, this morning I was invited to speak to a group of soon to be authors about branding, and specifically about branding being writing a book, or authoring a book, or authoring a title. And what I wanted to do was sort of extend that conversation over into these spaces, specifically YouTube and LinkedIn, because I think it's important. A lot of times when I'm working with executives, first-time CEOs, people who are just being promoted in the C-suite as well, one of the number one questions I get is, Pam, how do I think on the level of my position, my new position? In other words, how do I think on the level of my promotion? So as we, enjoy this weekend day, I really want you to think about five things as you are thinking about how to position yourself. Obviously, awareness is the beginning of change. So first you have to be extremely self-aware, and that's not even one of the points. But you do need to be self-aware. You need to know how you're showing up now so that you can pivot into how you need to show up for the folks that are going to be a part of your new audience. And that's important to remember because it is an audience. There are always people watching you. And the higher you ascend in leadership ranks, the more eyes are on what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're showing up, and everything, right? From the way that you articulate your words to how you dress, whether you're late or whether you're on time, everything, every move you make is being monitored. It's almost like paparazzi if we were in the entertainment field and we suddenly hopped into the scene as the next up and comer, whatever. That's how I want you to think about how you position your brand, because people are watching, which leads me to my first point, is to know your audience. Spend time getting to know who your audience is. Like, what are the expectations that they have of your brand at this level? And it's going to be different, right? You got elevated, but you didn't just get elevated and get paid more money and get a new fancy title in an office or whatever it is you get with that. You are elevated to visible prominence and greater attention, again, put on the things that you're saying, the things you're doing, and how you're showing up. So what are their needs? What are their wants? What are their pain points? What are some of the challenges that they face? And how are you going to help them resolve those in this role? What are you going to do that's unique, that's better, that's different, that helps to set your brand and your organization apart in this new level? The next thing is to revisit your brand promise. And your brand, as I have defined it, is the emotional expression that people get as a result of interacting with you. So what's the emotional impact that is made when people interact with you? Are they joyful? Do they feel like they've been informed? Have they laughed a little? Do they feel like you are a subject matter expert? Like, being really intentional and thoughtful about this. What is the emotional experience you want them to have? And then you set out to do that. That's knowing and then being intentional about going out and setting it. The third thing is putting together a strategy about, what it is that you want to deliver, right? Going into, how. how are you going to do that? Are you going to do that through collaboration? You're going to delegate? Are you going to build relationships? And when you ascend into certain levels, every level, you really want to get to know who the players are. Even if you thought you knew them before, they're showing up differently when you are when you move into like similar positions as they have. So you want to get to know who they are at their level, so you could begin to think on the level of your new position or your promotion. And then fourth, I would say I'm suggesting that think about what it is you're offering. What are your brand? What is your brand going to give them that maybe the other person that before you came, or that you're going to do differently, unique, or even better? What is it that you can offer? What are you giving to this position, to this department, to this team, to the organization, that allows them to leverage who you are and who you're becoming in and at this new level? What do you want them to walk away with whenever they interact with you? And then finally, before I end this lovely live session on a Saturday morning, is I want you to think about the principles that guide your work. Like, what are the things that you believe in, and what are the things that are going to guide who you are? This is really about your brand, but at a deeper level. What do you believe in? What are your beliefs? What are your values? What are the things that you hold true, so that they become your lodestar? They're the things that keep you grounded, that keep you ethically positioned and minded, so that you do the right thing, and that your tentacles go up when the right thing is not happening, and it goes against the value, your personal value system. Most of the time when leaders are not successful, when people leave organizations, it's not necessarily because someone did something wrong. It's simply because the value proposition has shifted, and you're no longer aligned with the values of the team, the organization, and maybe even that leader. So those are my 5 bullet points. Certainly making sure that know what you want to offer, that who your audience is, your brand promise, the strategy for that brand, and then also the principles that help drive who you are. That's it for this Saturday morning. This is Pam Green, and I was live. Peace.